the Amazing Women of Power Talk 24/7 Radio Network.
I am Fauna Hodel, paying it forward and making a difference. Join us every Tuesday.
More excuses. Well, we know our magazine has been on hiatus as it's going through some changes. And where do you envision, not only, say, for the magazine, but for television? This magazine has such a. I can see you interviewing people on camera now. Because what are you working on? What are your plans?
Well, obviously, as you know, and some of our subscribers and people who've been following us through the years know, our magazine, we've been blessed for it to come this far. 42 years of celebrating the philanthropic world and community, and it's time to take it to a larger platform. And yes, we've been hit by challenging times with advertising, but I also think it's been a blessing because although publishing has been hit hard as an industry, I think it also gave us a chance to stop and realize this is something bigger than just print. It's time to maybe take it to, a bigger audience, and whether it be TV, the internet, you name it. We need to just get out there, and I've been, really fortunate to have been approached by a few opportunities to really discuss different platforms of how we can, expand our demographic and, get more people involved and actually make it more interactive. So whether it be through social media, online websites, or TV, I have a lot of great ideas that that have come to me through the years of working with the magazine and meeting all the incredible people, from the philanthropists themselves, the board members, to the people at the receiving end of these great charities. So knowing it's all come full circle for me to take all that I have gained and now really use it in such a way that everyone benefits from it, and not only benefits from it, but really helps inspire people to get up and make a change and do something right, do something great. And I hope that, in time, we're going to have more exciting news to share with your listeners, so that, we could really say that we're taking it to a whole new level and celebrating 42 years, as Celebrity Society has already done a great job doing, and taking it to the next 42 years and years to come.
Well, interestingly enough, this network, the Amazing Women of Power Talk Radio, created by Raven Blair Davis, now has over 3.5 million listeners tuning in.
That is amazing.
So people want the positive news.
Yes.
They want the positive, what celebrities are doing to make a difference, who's doing what in the world of doing good. We're so bombarded with the negative news. I'll never forget the first day that I met you. We actually had been introduced and brought together by a beautiful lady by the name of Shelley Preston.
Yes.
Her vision was to do the Change the World Awards, and we managed to pull that off at the Beverly Hilton, right during the time when the economy was going crazy.
But we all pulled it off, especially Shelley, and with the Hollywood Note Foundation, which I was so excited to be a part of the board and to have met you, which brought us together. And
but when I met you that day, and first of all, you can look up the magazine online. Go to CelebritySociety.com for those of you who are listening to this interview. But on that day, Mimi pulled out, I think you had 2 or 3 copies with you, and I was like, oh my God, this magazine is just beautiful. And it was story after story of who's making a difference. And now, having been to, it feels like hundreds of events sitting side by side with you, Operation Smile, John Wayne Cancer Society.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about that world for our listening audience.
As far as the amazing galas we've attended?
Yes, and what happens at some of those?
Well, for your listeners out there, I was raised actually in Beverly Hills as far as education. I grew up in Beverly Hills, and now that I'm older, to be attending all these great charity galas run by some of the parents of the friends I grew up with, or grandparents, I could say. It's been really wonderful to be able to, be a part of it and be part of their celebrations and all their great efforts in raising millions. I mean, I can't even say thousands anymore, millions of dollars every evening at different wonderful hotels locally and outside of Beverly Hills, of course. Just being a part of it, I think it's really, it just makes you appreciate all the great people in our community and realize how hard they work for whatever cause that is passionate to them and they hold dear to their heart. But there are so many wonderful people out there that really take their time and use their name and their success to give back, and each one is better than the other. I mean, they're just all wonderful causes. You just get inspired, and I can't say I've ever been tired of it. It's just you learn something every time you go, and you get to meet some incredible people from all different industries. And you really are you're proud to be a part of a group of people that evening that are there to make a difference in depending on whatever their cause is.
Well, that's where the Fauna Charity Sizzle report was born from. I'll never forget, it was actually Mimi Makabi who came up with that name.
It just was so, the minute you told me what you were trying to come up with, I couldn't, it didn't take me more than two, I said, okay, I came up, it was just so perfect. I knew you would have loved it.
And we're still planning it, but a section in the magazine, Fauna's Charity Sizzle Report, because I go out there, and what really impacted me, and I often tell my little story about being a little girl raised in a very poor environment, and my fundraising was people who sold, fried chicken dinners at the church.
And that's the beauty of it.
Church fund, for the sick person, or for the building fund, or different things. So to be sitting at these galas where people were now raising hundreds of thousands of dollars and then millions of dollars, Mimi, it was like
powerful.
I could hardly wait to go out there to see who was doing what, and then to become a part of what you were doing with the magazine. It's just been, normally this is the place where I do the Sizzle Report written by Edward Stephan. And
can I give a big shout out to him, an incredible colleague of ours who found us, through Look to the Stars, great celebrity charity news website that's online, and it's just another great person that I want to thank for all his wonderful contributions in our magazine, and he's just been a huge supporter of not only the magazine but of myself, and I look forward to working again with him very soon, and a great person in the philanthropic world.
Yes, and I was going to say, normally we would do a section of what celebrities are doing out there to make a difference, but in honor of this particular show, and I know Ed will totally understand, we'll resume the Sizzle Report next week. But while it's not every day I can get Mimi Makabi.
Oh, please.
Here with me. I've been chasing her down for forever since we've had this hiatus. I remember the last thing we did together was the Andrea Bocelli.
Oh, the Andrea Bocelli.
And when you got to interview him and Quincy Jones and all these beautiful people.
Yes, I'm still digesting all of that from that evening. To be a part of the Andrea Bocelli Foundation launch last December at the Hilton Hotel I'm still in awe, just as a huge fan of him as an artist, an incredible tenor, but also to be surrounded by so many huge heavyweights in the industry, from Quincy Jones to Shaka Khan to Michael Bolton. I mean, and from that evening, as you know, we have been able to make great friends with other celebrities, and and share their stories as well and get their, you know, foundation's exposure. So it's been like I say, the word blessing, it's an understatement, because with everything, with every person we've met, another door opens, and it's so wonderful to see just how they're inspiring people. It's literally powerful and moving, and I think that's the best way to even sum up all these charity galas we've gone to. They're just really powerful to see the force that is taken over in that evening within that room, all the people there, you know, for one purpose, and that is to give and to make a difference.
You know, and after that, the most incredible concert I've ever seen in my entire life. They did an amazing show. It was the launch of the actual charity, the nonprofit for Andrea Bocelli. But at the end of the evening, and our beautiful, one of the biggest philanthropists I know right immediately in our lives is Simin. And if you'll tell us a little bit about her and just who she is, because before you start that, there was Quincy Jones, and there was Andrea Bocelli, and there we were right in the mix. And yes. I can't tell you how proud we were. Simin was down there, and we were so proud of you, Mimi, the way you were just sitting there interviewing Quincy Jones.
Well, as you know, for me, I didn't even realize it had become an interview, and there was cameras on me. I was so excited to see him after so many years. He was actually my very first job in the entertainment industry at Vibe TV years ago. I was literally only 19. And I was Q's girl. That was my nickname. I was proudly share with everyone. And it was just amazing to see him after so many years, and for him to actually remember me. I was so taken back, but he's such a great man, and it was nice to reconnect and you know, catch up with him, to hear what he's been doing with his wonderful charities and foundations in Harlem and everywhere. So.
And there we were.
And there we were with, of course, our amazing friend Simin Hashemizadeh, who, you know, I was fortunate to meet through Mayor Jimmy Delshad, former mayor of Beverly Hills. I was introduced to her about 2 years ago, and she is a Beverly Hills entrepreneur and huge philanthropist, who just every day amazes me more and more with all the giving that she does. It just truly does amaze me how much this woman does for people, and does not want any publicity for.
She'll probably say, "Why did you mention my name?" No.
But she is an example of these great people that surround us that should be celebrated, and so I am really honored that she considers me a dear friend of hers, as she is a dear friend of mine, and of course yours as well. And we've met some great people through her circle, and just it's been really wonderful to be a part of all of this.